Hey guys, Dave from Nerdarchy, for nerds, by nerds, hanging out with these nerds.
Ted.
Nathan Nerdark.
And Albert asks, how to build a Gish Warrior Mage character that still gets 9th level spells.
If you want to jump down to the description below, you can sign up for Nerdarchy, the newsletter. It's a great way to get gaming tips as well as learn how to game with Nerdarchy.
So, I actually have a little experience with this because that's exactly what I'm playing right now. And he wants a character that is heavily, melee oriented, who is a warrior.
He's on the fence. He can either go melee or ranged, and he's presented a couple of different options, but he's unsure. He's like, if I go rogue and I go sorcerer, then I'm clearly going ranged. If I go with a little bit of fighter, then I'm probably going to go melee. Or is he, he also presents the idea of, what if I just go straight cleric and you could angle towards
like war.
But if you go cleric, you're not getting a lot of offensive capabilities with your spells, especially with cantrips.
So here's a couple things. One, you have to go 17th level spellcaster to get the 9th level spells.
Right.
That's first and foremost. So we already know that. I'd say go wizard. You can either go rogue, arcane trickster, or you can go fighter,
Eldritch Knight.
Either way, it gives you another spell casting level. It'll give you more abilities that'll add to your repertoire. For the warrior spell slinger, I'm going to say go Eldritch Knight. That's what I did. And if you want to enhance it even further, you could be an elf and go blade singer.
Yes, I was thinking about blade singer for the wizard
out of the skag. And if you don't have this book and you're interested in it, I'll put it in the description below, so you guys can find it over on Amazon. And in this, the other thing that's really important about this book too, for this build, is there's a couple cantrips in here that actually let you use a weapon attack.
Yes. At those low levels, they're awesome bumps.
Yeah, you have Booming Blade, and you have Green
Flame Blade.
Green Flame Blade.
Now they're not super fantastic, but they don't just deal that damage, but they do kind of control, based on what one you use, they do control kind of what the person's allowed to do. Isn't it one that they have to move? And
no. If they do move, they draw. They take more damage.
Yeah.
Booming Blade, and then Flame Blade, you also get it. You attack someone that's adjacent, takes damage as well. So they're actually pretty decent.
The one spell Mark actually used on one of my characters, one of my monsters, at range, because he was using a glaive, and
with reach,
with reach, so it couldn't attack anyone. And after the damage he dealt to it, it actually attempted to move and fell over dead.
Yeah.
So
they allow you to control the battlefield, and then also if you happen to be the blade singer, you can do blade song. One is at 6th level as a caster, you're going to get extra attack, really important. The other thing that you're going to get that's really important is when you do engage your blade song, you're going to be able to use your intelligence to add your intelligence bonus to your AC. This does stack with armor and other things.
I was just going to ask, there's no armor restriction for blade singing, right? If you took fighter levels first, let's say you take the first level fighter, and then next you take a first level wizard. So you're 2, but you're a fighter wizard pretty much. So and you're blade singer.
There is nothing there's nothing that I've seen that argues.
So full plate with intelligence bonus? All right.
No. You only light armor.
Okay, light armor.
You can only be wearing light armor, no shield, but it does stack with other things like the monk and barbarians on armor bonuses.
Nice.
It's like the only thing in the game that does. I saw sage advice on it and everything. Now
nice.
that would not help for this build,
right.
But it does, like if you're using mage armor or if you're wearing light armor, it's very effective. You're probably going to be a high dex character anyway, so light armor might be a better way to go anyway, to take full advantage of your dex. You're going to have more mobility because your walking speed goes up. You have advantage on dexterity checks, and you also have a bonus to your Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration. On a spell, so equivalent to your intelligence bonus. So there's a lot of really cool things that's going on. There's a 10th level ability, there's a 14th level ability, which you'll get all of those one of them, the 14th level ability, is adding your intelligence as bonus damage to your attacks, and as well as 10th level, you can use a reaction to basically blow a spell and absorb damage. So it gives you some uses for your reaction. Now, all that being said, as you know, playing the Gish character, like, there's a lot of cool things you can do. First of all, shield lets you use your reaction more often, and if you're in the thick of melee, you're going to want to not get hit.
Misty Step.
Yeah, well, Misty Step as a bonus action is good. It's a way for you to use your spell. Absorb Elements is another good one.
Yeah.
Also, you have Haste, which is also a great spell for a Gish character. You can stack on things like
False Life, right? Where it gives you extra hit points. Is that?
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a concentration spell or not.
I don't think it is.
It may or may not be. But there's things like Mirror Image and Fire Shield that definitely are.
Yeah. Mirror Image isn't concentration.
Yeah, Mirror Image is not, and Fire Shield isn't as well.
Yeah, I had to kind of look everything up when I did a Sorcerer Barbarian. Because I wasn't going to have concentration with that stuff on.
False life, duration an hour, no concentration.
Yeah, so the key to playing this character is finding what things you can stack on to make it most effective.
Yeah.
In your spells, and 5th edition makes that super difficult.
It does.
There's a lot of really great things that have concentration as a requirement.
So you're not that third edition mage that it's like, all right, give me 6 rounds and I become a god.
Yeah.
Which Nate was really good at.
Yeah, I like that stuff.
But,
man, being able to put Bull Strength and Cat's Grace and all that kind of stuff all together, that was awesome.
But that being said, I mean, you can do False Life, you can do Mirror Image, you can do like for this kind of character build, I'd go with Haste.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
In order to increase my movement, my armor, because especially with a Blade Singer, you are freaking all over the battlefield getting the extra attack. It's going to be very difficult to hit you. Fire Shield, which you can either prevent cold or fire damage, or I think it even maybe does damage to your opponents as well if they hit you. So it's kind of passive. You have some really cool cantrips that you can use with your weapon attack, which might not be optimum if you're getting like 3 attacks a round. You might be better off just smacking somebody with your sword. Mm. What are you looking up?
I thought there was wasn't there a stat adjustment spell?
Yeah, it's enhancement. Right?
Yeah, enhancement, but it doesn't adjust your stats like
it's not in here as a wizard spell.
I think it's 2nd level, and it's like enhance ability or something like that. And it basically encompasses all of the Cat's Grace and Bull Strength and all under one spell.
So you can't stack them. And
right.
So what would we say? 17 levels of Wizard, 3 levels of Eldritch Knight. That makes you an 18th level caster. You will get 9th level spells.
Yes.
Although at a certain point, though, like going kind of like the idea of fighting in melee with when you have 9th level spells, like you can do like Meteor Swarm. Now if you happen to be an Invoker, you could Meteor Swarm with you at the center and look really impressive holding your sword.
Like total Final Fantasy style. Sword to the sky and everything dies around you in a radius.
Because I would say like Invoker would be the other route to go if you didn't go Blade Singer.
I would agree with that.
I like the Abjurer because their ability is kind of cool, but it's so hard to get it off. There's not enough spells.
I was thinking about the Diviner.
So, for the luck rolls?
Well, the luck rolls are really cool. Plus, Foresight is, I think, a divination spell. I gotta look it up. But isn't there a thing where you're when you cast a divination spell, you can get a spell that's a lower level?
Oh, get it back, yeah.
Back. So it's like recycling, in a sense.
Yeah, kind of. But I don't know how relevant that would be for this build.
Well, it depends on how you stack it. I have to look up.
So while he's looking that up, there's also Enlarge, which you can be a little bit more effective in dealing out damage. It's not a huge bump. It is a concentration spell, so it's not going to stack with everything else.
So early levels.
But it's definitely once you hit 3rd level, it's like, I can have this before I get the haste.
Well, here's the other thing too. You're talking about fighter levels, which means action surge. Action surge is, I can cast 2 spells in a round and break all the rules.
Right.
So, like, if you action surge, you could technically cast 2 spells, just regular spells. You could do a reaction spell like shield or absorb elements.
And then you could do a bonus action.
No.
No.
Because you can't, unless one of your spells is a cantrip.
Well, I'm saying if you've got something that allows you to do something as a bonus action, like take an offhand weapon attack.
Oh yeah. You could take a weapon. You could do an offhand weapon attack, but you couldn't cast a spell.
Correct. Yeah, I wasn't thinking that angle. I'm just saying that you could get all of that done in a round.
But what you could do is you could cast shield. You could Misty Step as a bonus action.
Use a cantrip.
Use a cantrip, and then action surge to drop fireball or something else.
So the thing with it caps it at 5th level, so you can get a 5th level or lower slot back.
Yeah, for the divine.
So when you cast Foresight, which is a 9th level, you can't get an 8th back. You only get a 5th.
Curses.
So, but Foresight's pretty awesome. 8 hour. It lasts for 8 hours. It takes a minute to cast, which is a problem. But its only components are verbal somatic and materials a hummingbird feather.
But it lasts 8 hours and not concentration.
Yeah,
right?
it's 8 hours, no concentration. Can't be surprised. Has advantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. Other creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target for the duration.
Yeah, we.
So it's pretty much I am a combat god.
I'm gonna make you. Yeah, I'm gonna be awesome.
And now I'm hasted. You know, like
we actually used that spell in the final encounter in a game that I was in. The wizard's just like, yeah, or whatever caster had it. Just like, yeah, we're gonna drop it on you. We're gonna drop it on you.
Yeah, it
Have
takes
fun.
a minute to cast, but it's
But it
touch
lasts 8
rather than
hours.
self. So.
Yeah. But that goes with our stack, right? So we're going.
Yeah, it goes with the stack.
So we're going haste, foresight, fire shield,
Mirror image.
and then then if you need shield or absorb elements, you can do that as well.
Right.
Yeah.
So that would make you pretty effective in combat. You're going to be very difficult to hit, and you're probably going to hit. And as a spellcaster, you're making 3 melee attacks a round.
Yeah. So you look impressive in combat.
If you don't action surge. If you action surge, then it's 6, or you could drop a fireball or whatever you wanted to do as well.
But so, I mean, there's lots of options for taking the wizard and just taking the utility stuff to turn yourself into a mega combat engine.
Yes. So, Albert was right.
Albert, yep.
That's how I would do it. So, down in the comments below, you guys let us know about your gishes, your warrior wizard characters that you've built, and while you're at it, like, share, and subscribe.
You can tweet at us at Nerdarchy.
Check out Funny Memes at Facebook.
So until next time, stay nerdy.